Happy good morning, everybody. I've been up making tallow and blackberry jam. So I have some trimmings to bring out here to offer to our local turkey vultures. All right. Then we're going to go get the chickens and the geese. It is funky out. I mean, like, it's in the 40s and it's, as you can see, pretty foggy and not warm. It was pretty warm yesterday, though. We're going to get warm, but it's going to be several hours. Look at that craziness. All right, I got to go grab the chicken bowl. I have to switch bowls. All right, they should like this. Hopefully. Oh, wait. Hang on. Let me get something. Hey, good morning, Sue. Let me get I have a little butt end of a loaf of bread that I'm going to feed the geese. Hold on one sec. Oh, crap. Well, sorry, more than one sec. I thought Farmer Chad was here in the living room, and he's not. So now I got to do this whole thing again. I want to come in here later. Sorry, bear with me, y'all. Dang it, get off my dang foot. I'm so sorry. But since I have you in the house, so I have the tallow started. I have some more that I have to cut and put into a different crock pot. And then I have this blackberry jam. It's not just blackberries. And this is all homegrown. It's blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Sorry. It makes a very tasty pie filling. So I'm going out on a limb, not really, and making jam because I think that it'll be tasty. Not that I eat that stuff, but the guys do. All right. So they should be pretty happy about this. You guys don't know this yet because I haven't shown it, but the geese have been moved. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. It's a dangerous time of year to have geese mixed in with chickens when you have a male goose around. He is feeling himself. And boom. All right, hoop house is down. We're not doing that anymore. And I'm not going to do it over winter ever again. That was silly. I don't know what I was thinking. Plastic is not going to keep stuff. Look, little squirrel, get out my garden. You keep on making all these stinking holes everywhere. Sorry. It does not keep things warm through the winter. It gets too cold here, but you know what it will do? It'll extend the season. And this is where I've moved them. Back to their summer home. Oops, I almost tripped. Yep. Oh, man. All this feet, I did not put them up last night, y'all, and I don't think I would have left this out here. But hold up. Let me set this down. And I'm going to let them out, and I'm going to give them this bread. So bear with me, please. Let me make sure, yeah, y'all can see. I will be back. I don't know, y'all. They just got really excited. They don't even know I have the bread. Hang on. I'll be back again. Gotta give them this bread. This is not for the chickens. Y'all can wait. Y'all need water now, don't you? Mm-hmm. Hi, good morning, everybody. Let me say hi. Celestial Rogue, 6006, good morning, beautiful. Garrett Graves, hi. These are geese. I call them ducks sometimes, though. We did used to have ducks. Y'all can't do ducks no more. Alpha Omega, good morning. Chris, good morning, darling. All right. Uh-oh. Okay, so hang on. Y'all watch them. I'm going to go get them a little bit of pool water added to their pool because they're going to need water. And then we'll go get the chickens out. Are you happy, baby? Pretty girl. You too, you're a pretty boy. You're just pretty mean this time of year. All right, guys, let's go get the chickens. They're very unhappy. Listen to them. They're plotting my death. Oh, y'all gonna be quiet now? Yeah? Boo-boos. Hi, sweeties. Hey, babies. Come on out. Ooh, look, they're ready. Good morning. Good morning. Ooh. And here he goes. Whitey, but I have treats. Come on, ladies. Come on, y'all. Whitey. Whitey Ford. See, that's how much she's like, no. It's early, man. Whitey. Whitey. Come here. Look. Go ahead. Look, there's a steak bone. Come and get some. Hey, baby girl. Alrighty. Whoa, baby, you almost missed that landing. You almost missed it. All right. I'm gonna go let the other ones out, guys. Good morning, Jane. You got to start. I really didn't have a choice. The fog was so thick, Jane, I could not even see. What's up, Whitey? Y'all, look at Biggie. She's all puffed up. That is one broody hen, broody hen in the making. It won't be but a minute, and she's gonna be barking at me and growling at me and guarding eggs with her life. I'm telling you. All right, let me see. Happy good morning, y'all. How you doing? Yeah, I got a late start, Jane, and you're an hour earlier than me, so I mean I'm really late, really. But I was making tallow. I'm still making tallow and jam and all that jazz. And hold on. Look at this. Look at this. This is ridiculous but beautiful, kind of, sort of, because I know what comes next. Garden season's about to really start, and I'm so happy. I'm not mad at all the garlics either. They're just starting to wake up and really put on leaves everywhere. And then I have more to plant, and we have potatoes. Couple of things before I jump off of here this morning. This is garden related, so if gardening is not your thing, I understand, and I will see you later. But a couple of things I have to point out. This will be year number 4 gardening. All right, you see all these strawberries? This is what I currently affectionately refer to as row 1. Row 1 in the big garden. Last year, I bought 3 single strawberry plants, everbearings, and I planted them, I don't know, about right in here somewhere. Do you see this? Do you see what the strawberries have done? I ain't mad at it. That is actually a wonderful indication of pretty good soil health, because strawberries will not reproduce like this if you don't have some pretty good soil. Oh, but one of the things with the strawberries, if you want big berries, trim your runners. If you want more plants, let the runners go. And then there's this. I'm so excited. Some people might think, oh, look at her poor garden is just covered in weeds. Look at there. We have purple dead nettle and lots of chickweed. Lots and lots. Love that chickweed. It's highly medicinal. It's highly nutritious. It's healthy for your chickens, if you have chickens. And these 2 plants growing together in your garden is an excellent indication that you have really fertile soil. This has been a long time coming, and it's only in these 2 rows right now, more to come. I mean, it's clearly something good is happening over here in row 1 with the birth of 1,000 strawberries. And we also have the dead nettle, purple dead nettle, and the chickweed growing over here. This is basil, and I just let it go to seed, and it is gonna plant itself all over the garden. This little tumbleweed's been blowing around all winter long. I'm so excited, y'all. I am so excited about the garden this year. This over here, same situation, and I had carrots in here. In fact, I just got the last 4. Actually, there might be some more in here hidden. But yesterday, I dug them or pulled them. But again, this is another indication of great soil health. This over here might give one pause, but this is going to be only the second time anything's been planted over here, and this is part of a future expansion that I'm working on, trying to do slowly. I'm pretty sure this is a wild onion. Let me get this out of here. Oh, did you see that? Oh, there you are. Look at that. Hi, baby. Healthy. Bandicoots. What the heck is a bandicoot? I gotta know, Sue. Your oldest sister has a pair of bandicoots in her compost. Yo, mama's house. Hey, baby. I'll just tell you what it is. It's the number 1 crookedpeach@gmail.com. That's the email. Look at all these. Okay. Yeah, I ain't mad at this, y'all. Look at this. This stuff over here had really no life. I put a couple of bags of bagged soil in like spots where I was putting seeds last year, and then I covered it up with all this. Well, it's cardboard. I covered it with cardboard, and then I have leaves, and it has the leaf mold in it, and then I have, this is bedding from the chicken houses. It's all full of poop. It's been not fully composted, but I put it here at the beginning of the change of season. So I'm not worried about any plants getting their roots burned or anything. I'm just not. Man, I feel so good about the garden this year, y'all. And I feel like everything is really starting to come together, kind of like in my head. Like, I'm a total hit. I'm a housewife in training. I'm a homesteader in training. I'm a herbalist in training. Shit, I'm a whole human in training. I'm just very excited about that because, like I said, it's like things are starting to come together. And much like our bodies give us symptoms, so does your garden, and so does your lawn. The way that your plants behave or don't behave, the weeds that do or don't show up, and most weeds aren't weeds, y'all, they're medicine. But the ones that show up, they are indicators of what's going on in your soil and in your garden. And that's something else we're going to be talking about because my modus operandi, if you will, about life anymore is not to keep up with the trend, because I just don't care. I'm not trying to be stylish. Again, I just don't care. What I am trying to do, though, is decode and understand the language of our earth, the language of our bodies, the language of the plants, and the language of the animals, because in my opinion, it's all connected. And when you start understanding the systems and reading systems and symptoms, when you learn how to read the symptoms, you stop wasting a lot of time and money chasing your tail and getting nowhere. So I'm going to say this. If you don't think you can, it doesn't matter what it is. You don't think you can? Yes, you can. You absolutely can. All you have to do is have the desire to learn it and understand this. Good morning, crows. Hi. Y'all, look. I want them to come and live here. Come live at my house. Please, please, please. Sorry. Look. Squirrel. Anyhow, all you have to do is have a desire to learn. So, and it doesn't matter what it is, but so what I'm speaking of is gardening and cooking and learning how to treat other people properly. It's really hard to treat people right when you are stuck in a state of survival. And I'm not anymore, I'm experiencing something, and I have been now for about a year and a half or so. I'm experiencing something that's just gotten stronger, but it's very new to me. And it might sound incredibly foreign to you. I feel safe. I feel safe. I feel safe in my own body, in my own skin, in my own home, and around the people that I love. And that's not something that I could have said before. My whole life I've been running in a mode of survival. And I don't think I've been a real good person leading up to this chapter of my life. I don't. And it wasn't on purpose. When you're in that state, you can't manage, you just don't know how to act. Not because you don't want to. It's not a moral failing. It's not a choice that you've made to just act bad and let people down. There's stuff going on in the background. It's your endocrine system. It's your adrenal system. It's your metabolic system. It's all important. And nobody seems to even talk about it enough. And we need to. Because again, just like your garden, just like your lawn, it will give you symptoms that explain what's really, really going on. So I hope that you guys join me on this journey. I'm trying real hard to learn how to talk about this in a good and precise way and not be emotional about it. That's hard. It's really, really hard. Because when I found this way to be And when I started to truly experience the deep changes, especially in the brain that occurs, I'm just like, holy crap. This is the whole problem. It is and it is. It's the whole problem. Everything that's wrong with us stems from not knowing what our body's trying to tell us. We just don't know what the hell's going on until something breaks, and then we go see a doctor and we get treated. And it's never addressing the root of the problem. And we're going to do that. We're going to. We're going to define what the heck is going on. We're going to decode the symptoms and the signals that our body are giving us. We're going to decode the symptoms and the signals that our guardian gives us, because understanding what real signals and language are, it cuts out so much strife, confusion. For me personally, and I don't know, I might be strumming your life with my words or whatever right now, but I was so sick and dang tired of going to doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor, and then specialist after specialist, trying to find out what was going on, what was wrong with me, why I felt terrible, why I was in a bad mood, why I was anxious and or depressed all the time, what was wrong with my guts, why couldn't I hold stuff, dropping stuff all the time, why can't I walk right, like all these things that just started to compound and get bigger and bigger, because one thing leads to another. I wasn't getting answers because, listen, y'all, medicine's not evil. Medicine is medicine. Medicine is to treat disease and sickness. But what about the part before that? What about the part before that? We didn't come with maintenance manuals. We didn't come with owner's manuals, and we should know about our human body. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just keep on doing this, and I'm working also on learning how to edit still. It's hard. I'm not going to lie, y'all. It's not as bad as, ooh, that's a big-ass slug. It's not as bad as trying to learn algebra. Because that, I just cried. I did. I just cried. I just did not understand it. And my brain didn't ever work right before. My whole life, 56 years almost, coming up in April, 56 years, so many things that I have dealt with, it was just not having my foundation right. And you probably don't have yours right either, and you don't know it. And guess what? If you try to build your house, your body, on a shaky foundation, you're not going to get real far. And sadly, most of us have no idea that that's what's going on, and we go and we seek out help through medicine, and medicine treats symptoms, but it don't cure a freaking thing, ever. Let's cure ourselves. Let's get right, seriously. Let's get our heads right. Let's get our bodies right. Let's understand what's going on. Let's touch the earth. And for frick's sake, if we could just have some sunlight, but it's not going to come out for many, many hours. Alrighty. Let me make sure that I haven't missed anybody. And I will answer your questions. Hold on a second. Mary Ferry, hi, sweetie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Kenneth is in the U.S. You did? You just subbed, Mary? Thank you so much. Really, really happy for you. I realize. Oh, sweetie. Really, Mary? Good morning, Rachel. The old quote from Henry Ford. If you think you can or can't, you're probably right. Dude, 1,000%. Not that I have a whole lot of love for Ford or any of the captains of industry, because frankly, they're the ones that set this bull crap up, and they're still running it. And we get distracted, just like by the symptoms, and I get it. And hey, I'm not mad because I finally figured it out, and I want to share that with you, because you know what? When you think that just systems are out to get you, if the doctors are out to get you, if they're just stupid, no, they're not. They're doing their jobs. They're doing it exactly the way they're supposed to. And it's not evil, it's a business. But screw that. Screw that. Because I've been walking around for my whole freaking life, from a foundational health point of view, I've been bankrupt. And you probably are, a great deal. You wouldn't know it though. Not your fault. Not even your doctor's fault. I'm just saying, we're going to clear the clouds. And I'm not going to leave you without saying this, by the way, and I am going to answer your question, yo mama. Just, again, I'm going to keep on saying this. For instance, we get a couple of vitamin levels checked through our medical professionals, such as vitamin D. And that's the big one, because everybody can get that test. Really, almost everybody does. If you are at or below 30 nanograms per deciliter, which is how they measure that, that is when you are considered deficient. But the fact is, if you're under 50, if you are under 50 nanograms per deciliter, you're tired. Your energy center is running low or potentially on empty. And you know what happens? Your body quits. it just quits. You know, we get to a point where we're not getting what we need. None of us are getting what we need. I mean, unless we're all doing this whole homestead thing, um, because we've become accustomed and trained, programmed, if you will, to eat this crap. And we all know the commercials about the medicine, so we're all familiar. We're constantly bombarded with pollution and half-ass information. We're going to uncover that. Okay, how do I prepare my ground beef? Well, what do you mean? How do I cook it? Because I mean, I just cook it. I don't grind my own ground beef yet, though we do have a meat grinder. Ooh, Chad went and made a Temu purchase, y'all. And yeah, I'm the one that's going to use it first. He's so mad about it. He's like, no, but I wanted to make sausage. Well, good for you. I'm going to make tallow, and I'm going to use that thing and see if it makes it render down any better. I know that it will. Hold on. This is divine timing, finding this channel. Haven't. Mary Fairy, what do you mean? See, y'all, I just want to help people. I really do. I'm going to tell you, if you feel worthless, if you feel like you're just about to damn give up, if you feel like you're crazy because you don't know what's wrong and all the tests come back normal, you need vitamins and you need beef in your mouth. Just listen. It is what it is. I'm sorry. That's what we need. I mean, other things too, but when you're in that state, it's the best thing to do. It's so nutritionally dense. Please grass-fed, grass-finished if you can. But yeah. Do I need some baby goats? What? Look, yo mama, look, email me so we can exchange phone numbers because you're local to me. You know that I know that. You live over where we moved from before we came out here to the country. Oh, we got a Kentucky girl. Oh, yeah. 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 Vitamin D. Celestial. It is. It is the story of your life. And you know what? I'm so sad for you because you shouldn't have to deal with this. Even if you have underlying genetic things, and oh, hold on, let me go ahead and say this now. I am not a medical professional. This is not medical advice. Nothing that I ever say to you will be medical advice. This has nothing to do with medicine. This is before medicine should ever even come into play. And sometimes medicine has come into play because the part that I'm trying to highlight and teach and talk about, we don't know. But for instance, Dr. Coimbra and the Coimbra protocol, he uses 300,000 international units of vitamin D for his MS patients, and they get reversed. They reverse, almost all of them reverse. And we're so freaking scared because medicine does not know. This is the part. This makes me sound like I don't like doctors. This is not true. Your doctor does not know because your doctor does not get taught that because that's not medicine. And what's the business? The business is medicine, not supplements. All right. Whew. Y'all, uh-oh. Did I just... Nope. Look. Ew. Look at this nasty little slug in my garden. No, he's got to go, right? All right. Listen. We're going to take control of our health. We're going to take control of our gardens. And how? Just by understanding and listening and defining and really decoding what's going on. So, people. I am going to leave you with that and with this final piece of advice. This is real advice from me to you, my friends, my fellow human beings. Take bioavailable vitamins. There's really no such thing as a good multivitamin, FYI. But most importantly, and as always, remember to love yourself and be kind to each other. I love you. I will see you next time. Don't forget to hit that like button, please, people. See you. Bye, bye, bye. Mary, you need to email me. Dang it. Hold on. I got to stay up here, y'all. Nothing's normal about you. You're funny, Sue. Look, that's Tim. Mary, hold on. I'm going to stay up here. I got to put this thing somewhere else. You've been diagnosed with fibro. Fibro is the very first diagnosis that I got that was autoimmune. And the fact of the matter is autoimmune disease is driven by vitamin D deficiency. Fact. It is what it is. This ain't medical advice. This is just biological freaking fact. It's vitamin D. But you can't just replace one vitamin and think everything's going to be all right, because if you have one vitamin off, they're all off. But if the vitamin D and magnesium have to be taken together, those are two you should take. It will help you. You had eczema. Man, several of my kids had eczema. I have psoriasis. I still have a little bit of the symptoms of psoriasis, but I make tallow body cream, lotion, balm, all the things, and that helps a lot. But honestly, it's your diet. If you're eating sugar, if you're eating white food, if you're eating bread, white rice, potatoes, potato chips, anything fried in seed oils, that's what's doing it. Hold on. I'm gonna have to read some more of this so I can tell you more. Because look, it's just sad. We shouldn't have to do this. We shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to think. Excuse me. We shouldn't have to think that we're just freaking broken, because we're not. And it's not just you, and it's not just me. It's 84 or 85% of Americans are dealing with an autoimmune disorder. What the you know what I'm saying? And we spend all our time inside and we don't know anything about this. All immune system issues, they flare when you're stressed. Yeah, they have. And you've had serious traumas in life and you think your body is manifesting. You're not. It's not. Your body's not manifesting this, baby. Your body's reacting. It's saying, hey, pay attention. I need some stuff. And I guarantee, vitamin D and magnesium are the first two. And I wouldn't start with anything more than that. Why? Because look, if you're in this state, your body hasn't had what it's needed for a long time. And if you try to give it everything is done without, it's going to be like, yo, what do I do with all this? Hold up. Vitamin D, magnesium. If you were my child, if you were my neighbor, I would tell you vitamin D and magnesium. Have to take it. Magnesium glycinate specifically, because it's the most bioavailable. It's very gentle. There is another one that's even more gentle. It's L-threonate, but it's quite pricey, so I don't typically tell anybody to use that. But vitamin D, I like Now Foods brand. I would start with no less than 10,000 international units. I just wouldn't. I take 50,000 now. I was taking 100,000, but now that the sun is more prevalent throughout the day and I can get outside, now I've backed down to 50. I might add 10 or 20,000 here or there. But, oh, thank you, Tennessee Blacksmith. But Mary, honey, you can feel better. I swear to you. You're not by yourself. You're not the only one. You're not crazy. It's not all in your head. It's not. And, oh, Jesus, don't eat any, like, protein bars. Don't eat protein powder. These things, y'all, they sound like they're so good. They're so healthy. They're not. It's like freaking eating fire for your brain, for your whole endocrine system, for all of your systems, actually, everything. It's all connected, and it's just ridiculous that we don't notice. But we're going to notice, right? Because I've been teaching myself, and I'm going to show y'all. Thanks. You said, sorry, psoriasis is on your scalp, and you're, oh, damn. Mary, you're in a bad way. You are in a bad way. Like, I feel like I know where you're at. All right, so a little over 3 years ago, I had a complete and total, like, body shutdown. And I had psoriasis on my palms, my feet, everywhere in my body, in my eyebrows, in my private area, on my scalp, and then the lichen planus, because you know, they always say if you get one, you'll get another. Well, of course, if you get one autoimmune disease, you're going to get another one because your body is not functioning properly. Medical systems don't know this, but that's what it is. And honey, this is going to help. But here, oh, let me caution you, it's not going to happen in a day. It's not going to happen in a week. It's going to take months, okay? We have unknowingly been running around for years eating crappy stuff that depletes us even further and not having actual vitamins and minerals, which are the building blocks. What do humans run on? Seriously, like that's the question. What do we run on? Well, we don't run on soy isolate powders, and we don't run on freaking seed oils. That's not even real. We don't run on those things. If you want your body to run, to work properly, if you want your body not to make it feel like it's attacking you, we got to stop polluting ourselves with these things. But it's one thing at a time. You cannot do this all at once. And I am begging you, don't overwhelm yourself, because when you overwhelm yourself, that's even stressing. Vitamin D and magnesium, start there. Just start there, okay? It'll help, but it takes a little time, but it'll help. Whew, baby. You're absolutely broken with them stuff. No, you're not. You're not broken, honey. None of us are broken. We're lied to. We're divided. We're manipulated. But the biggest thing is, and this is why all those things actually occur, because we're running at pretty high levels of depletion. It might not be considered a medical deficit, but it's absolutely a human deficit. You get them mixed up. It is psoriasis. Okay, yeah. Vitamin D. Yeah, I do. Magnesium, 420 milligrams to start. 420 milligrams. And I would recommend people start with 10,000 international units of vitamin D. And Now Foods is the brand that I use in that. I would use pure encapsulations for the glycinate. Back to the whole, yeah, the multivitamins are garbage. I mean, well, there's two, but you're not going to find them in a store, and they're very pricey. Outside of the two that I know about, which are Thorn and I think it's I think the other one is pure encapsulations. But even with those, when you have autoimmune disease, you need a lot more vitamin D than you think. And what we're told, it's caca. It's a bunch of caca. Okay, we need a lot, a lot. Autoimmune disease, like that's your number one defense. Your immune system runs on vitamin D, and it can't run without magnesium. So yeah, I would try those. And again, oh, thank you, Tennessee Blacksmith sent me a present. Thank you. Um, You were just asking, oh, sweetie, you don't feel well. I'm so sorry. Homesteader Rachel, you're so welcome, darling. Start out with, yeah, I would. Yeah, I absolutely would, Mary. Shit. This is the reason why I keep on trying to figure out how to do this right, Mary. Honey, I was there. I was there. And I thought I was done. I actually was, I had to give up. I was like, whatever, I'm just going to die. Because that's what it felt like. And you know, it's so sad because when it started like 35 years ago with that first diagnosis of fibromyalgia, I had no idea that everything was just going to start sliding downhill. None whatsoever. And when my body collapsed, I still have them, and I'll show you at some point in time, Mary, because I don't know which videos or lives they're in. So I have my bag of medication that I used to take every day, 10 to 12 medicines every day, and then creams and blah, 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 and a monthly shot. Mm-mm. I take none of that anymore. None of it. But it did not happen overnight. It is something you can achieve. It is not easy. It is not easy. But it's a damn sight easier than trying to muddle your way through this, because this is nothing but misinformation, and you're never going to feel better if you don't do these things. And I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you because you're a human being and you need to feel right. When humans don't feel right, they don't act right, people. This what's wrong with the world. Everything boils down to this. And I do not give a crap what any of the experts say. I don't care. I'm telling you, I've been studying this. I've been studying this for the human behavior part. I've been studying all my life because as a Mary, you don't know this yet, but you're about to find out. I am autistic. I'm an empath, and I'm considered an INFJ. Highly sensitive person. So I've been watching human beings and their behavior all of my life. I've fallen into bad behaviors too. I'm telling you, we don't have to do this. One of my most shameful, being a thirsty girl. All human behavior, in my opinion, is driven by the basic need to feel safe. Without safety, you are in fight or flight mode. That's survival. Your body's not going to feel safe if it doesn't have the building blocks, the basic building blocks. And you know what? Not one damn human building block was ever developed in the lab. I'm just telling you, we don't need to do this. All right, I'm definitely getting off of here. Mary, honey, email me, okay? And again, that's onecrookedpeach@gmail.com. If you have any specific questions, I'm telling you, you can heal your body by giving your body the building blocks it needs to do what it was always designed to do. Because surgery doesn't heal people, medicine doesn't heal people, prescriptions don't heal people. The body's the one that does that part, right? But we got to give it what it needs to do its job. I'm definitely getting off of here because now I'm getting hungry. All right, last but not least, again, people, please take bioavailable vitamins. Look it up. It's not that hard to find out what that means. It means active, but most of the trash at the grocery stores and stuff, that's not the right stuff. Just look it up. It's easy to find information. Look it up. Bioavailable vitamins. But, and that's part of loving yourself. And that's why I say that. I say this every time. Please don't forget to love yourself and be kind to each other. All right, people, I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for the thumbs up. Mary, and Yo Yo Mama's house, send me an email, please. We're going to make this better. We are going to make it better. All right. I love you. Have a great day. I'm really going now, okay? I'm not even going to look at the comments. I love you. Bye.